What's going on, GemMint GemMint here with another advanced overview. This time we have the X-Men Inferno Omnibus from Marvel Comics. Huge shout out to Marvel for sending us an early copy of this. This book is scheduled to be released on March 24th, so make sure you pre-order it or pick it up however you do. Before we get into this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos, include early access omnibus like this. Plus, we're doing a big giveaway once we hit our next subscriber milestone, so stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll give you more details on that. So X-Men Inferno is the next X-Men Omnibus that was originally an oversized hardcover, just like Mutant Massacre, that's now being released as an Omni. So originally, Inferno was 3 oversized hardcovers. You had the prelude, the main story, and then the crossovers. This omnibus contains everything except for the prelude issues, so you're getting kind of both of those 2 oversized hardcovers in one. I did a review on this back in the day when I had the hardcovers, and it's a big crossover for X-Men because it combines X-Men, X-Factor, and New Mutants. I did feel a little bit was just kind of like late 80s fantasy storytelling that could have been done with any characters, but it was a fun event nonetheless. It tied up loose ends with Madeline Pryor and Cyclops. It helps bring the X-Men back to the forefront and overall introduces a new team, the Exterminators. Let's jump into some overhead shots so we can take a look at the artwork. Alright, so this is the regular cover that's drawn by Mark Silvestri. The direct market variant is drawn by Brett Blevins. This has 1,240 pages and a cover price of $125. So here's the spine. I liked how they did the graphics on the bottom with the fire. You have the X-Factor squad there. And then here is the back. So, like I mentioned, this basically collects what the Inferno oversized hardcover and crossovers collected, but nothing from the prologue. So you have X-Factor 33 through 40, Exterminators 1 through 4, Uncanny X-Men 239 through 243, New Mutants 71 through 73, Power Pack 40, and issues 42 through 44, Avengers 298 through 300, Fantastic Four 322 through 324, Amazing Spider-Man 311 through 313, Spectacular Spider-Man 146 through 148, Web of Spider-Man 47 and 48, Daredevil 262 and 263, plus issue 265, Excalibur 6 and 7, and the Mutant Misadventures of Cloak and Dagger issue 4. Also does have some material from X-Factor 4. The inside of the dust jacket gives a synopsis of where we are with the X-Men and what happens during this event. This was a big crossover event in the late 80s, and basically it's a time where the X-Men were thought to be dead. They were living in the Australian outback. X-Factor had just formed and Jean Grey had just made her return, although the X-Men were not aware. Madeline Pryor has been out of the picture but emerges as the Goblin Queen and the main antagonist of this story. Then you have some biographies on the creators: Chris Claremont, Louise Simonson, Brett Blevins, John Bogdanov, Mark Silvestri, and Walter Simonson. I love what they did here with the graphics on the cover. X-Men Inferno logo. You have all the fire on the bottom. I think that's super cool to add like that realistic looking fire to this hardcover. And let's jump into it. You have the dark red interior pages. Then you got Madeline Pryor, Goblin Queen. Here's all the credits, all the creators. Then you have the table of contents. Wow, I like how they did that singed paper on the bottom. Very nice. Here's previously on X-Men. So Goblin Queen, kind of learning her true origins. It was always super fishy how she came out of nowhere, looked just like Jean Grey, seduced Scott. They had their baby, which is obviously ends up being Cable. And we get a lot of what happens with baby Cable and why he ends up the way he does in New Mutants. Deals a lot with what goes on in Limbo, so that's where the demon aspect comes from. And I always felt like Louise Simonson kind of told this fantasy story that really didn't have to be X-Men. It could have really been any characters. But she told this kind of late 80s fantasy with demons and the Inferno, the heat wave that goes on through New York, and basically hell on earth. So you get your X-Factor issues, New Mutants, nice little cover page. They do this when it doesn't want to mess up something that has 2 pages that need to go together. So take a little filler page, X-Men 242. This is the same image that's on the spine. Just flipping through the artwork here. So a lot of crossovers, a lot of tie-ins here. He goes, you can see Todd McFarlane pencils right away. All right, we'll take a look at the back here, see what kind of bonuses we have. Looks like just a page of all the different Avengers. Have some old articles. Yeah, this introduced the X-Terminators. That was a new team that came up out of this run. And this was the big crossover between Uncanny X-Men, the New Mutants, and X-Factor. All the major players and heroes and villains. We got some original art. That's cool. Taking a look at the binding, no complaints here. The book lays down flat, the pages spread so that you don't lose artwork down the middle, or what we call gutter loss, and you have a ribbon that has some give to help lift the pages off so that it's not too tightly bound and hard to handle. You can see that even towards the end of the book, you're still laying down pretty flat. Same with towards the beginning. So no complaints in the binding department. Now, I mentioned the cover price being $125, but don't go paying retail for these expensive omnibus. You got to check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, who sells them up to 50% off. Great packaging, fast shipping, and excellent customer service. They also have a bargain bin where you can get titles up to 90% off. Plus, if you mention this channel in the memo at checkout for your first order, your second order will have free shipping if you're in the United States. I mentioned the big giveaway once we hit our next subscriber milestone, and we're going to give away this Spider-Man Premium Format exclusive by Sideshow Collectibles once we hit 125,000 subscribers. All you got to do is be subscribed to this channel and leave a comment on this video and any other video where I promoted the giveaway. Once we reach the milestone, I'll pick a random video where it was promoted and use a random YouTube comment generator to draw a worldwide winner. If you guys want to support the channel in other ways, check out our partners at Street Level Hero. They have amazing exclusive variants, including these alien covers that just dropped today. Use the code GemMint anytime you shop there to save 10%. It'll get you some cool variants and greatly help the channel. I appreciate you watching, but don't go anywhere. Check out my other omnibus hauls and overviews in the playlist to the right and stay minty fresh. Peace.